What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. Please smash that like button up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All of that is greatly appreciated. But today, I want to talk about this brand new Nas and Preemo track that seems to be a little polarizing. So, in honor of Nas's landmark classic debut, Illmatic, which dropped 30 years ago, yesterday, Nas and Preemo decided to drop a brand new track, and they announced that a collab album is on the way. Now, I'm thinking this should be a hip hop head's dream. A Nas and Preemo album actually happening. It does seem that hardcore hip hop prayers have been answered, but yet I've seen quite a bit of criticism for this new track, and I'm wondering, what's all the complaining about? How could you be so ungrateful? So on social media so far, there have been people stating that the Preemo beat itself is mid, or it's trash, or the DJ Premier is just washed up in general, and that this album should have been done between, let's say, 1995 and 2005. And I'm not gonna lie, those probably would have been the best years to make the album, but I'm still super excited for this project to drop in 2024. But this kind of producer criticism does make me think back to the recent Nas and Hit Boy run, when you would regularly hear some Hit Boy detractors say things like, Nas should just be working with Preemo, Pete Rock, Large Pro, etc. Some of these folks struggle to give Hit Boy any props when the props were actually due. But the reality of it was, Nas and Hit gave us 6 strong albums in just 3 years, but that was never good enough to suit folks with this particular mindset. I mean, you can like what you like, that's understandable, but I feel that if you were never able to give any credit for what Nas and Hit Boy accomplished, then are you really a Nas fan? But now in 2024, we get news that DJ Premier is back on the boards, and some people are disappointed. And then I've heard people say that Nas should have been working with Pete Rock instead. Well, that would be fine if they can work things out, but God forbid if Pete Rock would not deliver the type of 1994 to 1998 Pete Rock type beat that you would have in your mind as ideal, then you would need to say, oh, he needs to work with someone else. It's also fair to point out for the folks who want a Nas and Pete Rock so bad, was that some of the beats on the beloved Retropolitan album, and it's a fantastic album, by the way, but some of those instrumentals Pete Rock actually had in the tuck since the 90s. That has to be said. I've also heard folks mention The Alchemist, but if that were to happen, I could totally see folks saying that the beats were too drumless, it was too atmospheric and too experimental. And for the record, the instrumental that DJ Premier did for this Define My Name track is just and I'm not mad at someone for saying that they have heard more attractive beats from DJ Premier. So yeah, the beat was just cool. But that does not make me any less enthused for this upcoming album. So this instrumental is a simple but effective enough DJ Premier production with the vintage scratching, and it has that head nodding quality. It actually grew on me considerably with repeated listens. You also have to be mindful that this track might not even end up on the album, and if it is, it'll still be a solid song. In addition, something else to consider, sometimes understated beats such as this, they can work very well for Nas and other MCs of his caliber. Think about it for a second. Preemo is obviously gonna have to cook up something more ear-grabbing for the artists who cannot rap as well as Nas, i.e. Group Home. Although I love that Living Proof album, swear. But getting right into the lyrics here, Nas gave us 2 dope verses, or he is displaying that he's still in tip-top lyrical shape, just as he was on the most recent Hit Boy project. There were quite a few quotables like, the reincarnated Gil Scott Heron living in the bottle again. From a time when we were stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade, sneaks, and bombers. Also, with stick figures and caves, my name's written fluid, nasty like way before Rome had a sewage. So you gotta love that nasty Nas slash historical talk. And he has a clever reply for folks who embrace that ageism argument with at 20, I said I better quit rapping by 30. Then by 30, I thought by 40, rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought at 50, new Nas would be hard and live. Then we get Nas reflecting on train rides in that old New York era with bars like, I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains, right? And it was like an escape, excitedly leaving the beat flames. I just love that vivid, poetic imagery. And how could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, embalming fluid and laced weed. So at the end of the day, it's a solid Preemo beat. It wasn't the craziest, but it worked, and Nas was rapping at a high level. Therefore, I'm most certainly still looking forward to this upcoming project. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out. As always, it's peace and blessings.